GTA 5 launched on September 17th, 2013. It made $815 million in its first 24 hours. $1 billion in 3 days. The fastest entertainment product to $1 billion in history. And then something extraordinary happened. The game kept making money. Not a little money. In fiscal year 2021, 8 years after launch, GTA Online generated $985 million in a single year. More in 1 year, 8 years into its life, than most games make in their entire existence. Today, in 2026, 13 years after that September launch, GTA Online is still generating an estimated $800 million to $1 billion a year from virtual currency sales alone. The total revenue from GTA Online since 2013? Over $5 billion. From a game that launched 13 years ago. Now, GTA 6 launches November 19th, 2026. And if history is any guide, the game itself is not the real money. The online world that comes after it is. Today, we're going to break down exactly how this revenue machine works, why it generates more money over time than the launch ever could, and what the financial model inside GTA Online teaches about building income that grows instead of stops. Here is what almost everyone gets wrong about how Rockstar makes money. Most people think of GTA as a game you buy once. $60, $70, $80. A one-time transaction that generates revenue at launch and then fades. That is how the original model worked. It is not how Rockstar's business works anymore. GTA Online launched 2 weeks after GTA 5 in October 2013. It was free with the game. Nobody paid extra. And at first, it barely worked. The servers were overwhelmed. Players lost their progress. Rockstar spent weeks fixing bugs instead of celebrating. And then something happened that changed the economics of the entire gaming industry. People kept playing. Month after month, year after year. And they started spending money inside the game, on virtual currency called shark cards, to buy digital cars, digital weapons, digital nightclubs, and digital apartments that existed only on Rockstar's servers. By April 2016, 2.5 years after launch, GTA Online had already generated $500 million from shark card sales alone. By 2019, the mode was generating an estimated $5 million per day. And by fiscal year 2021, the peak, nearly $1 billion in a single year. Take-Two's recurrent consumer spending, their formal term for microtransaction income, accounted for 78.1% of the company's total net revenue in fiscal year 2023. 78% of revenue, from a free online mode attached to a game launched a decade earlier. Here is exactly how GTA Online's revenue model works, and why it generates more money than the game itself over a long enough time horizon. GTA Online is a persistent online world where players earn in-game currency, called GTA dollars, by completing missions, races, heists, and activities. That currency can then be spent on an ever-expanding catalog of vehicles, properties, businesses, weapons, and cosmetics. The key word is ever-expanding. Rockstar has released free content updates to GTA Online every few months for 13 consecutive years. New businesses to run, new vehicles to buy, new heists to complete. Each new content update makes the in-game economy more expensive. By 2026, the cost of a single high-end car in GTA 5 Online has soared into the millions of in-game dollars. The time required to earn enough currency through legitimate gameplay to buy premium items is now measured in weeks or months. That gap between what players want to buy and what normal gameplay can realistically earn is where shark cards live. A shark card exchanges real money for in-game currency. The smallest card costs a few dollars. The largest, historically called the Megalodon, costs $99.99 and provides enough in-game currency for a few high-end purchases. Remember that $5 billion in cumulative GTA Online revenue from the beginning of this video? Here is the breakdown by year that makes the trajectory so remarkable. Revenue grew steadily from 2014 through 2019. Then COVID arrived in 2020, and millions of people stuck at home discovered or rediscovered GTA Online. Revenue peaked at $743.9 million in calendar year 2020, a 40% jump in a single year. The pandemic pulled a generation of new players into an 11-year-old game, and those players are still there. GTA 5 maintains 18.3 million monthly active users and 4.2 million daily active players across PC, PlayStation, and Xbox in 2026, 13 years after launch. Connect the historical data to what comes next. Here is why analysts believe GTA 6 Online will surpass its predecessor, and why The Street called it the real jackpot, not the game itself. 3 structural advantages that GTA 6 Online has that GTA 5 Online did not. Advantage 1. A much larger installed base of current generation consoles. GTA 5 launched on PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. The current generation console population, PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S, is significantly larger than the last-gen base when GTA 5 Online launched. More hardware in homes means a larger potential player pool from day one. Advantage 2. GTA Plus, a monthly subscription layer that did not exist for GTA 5 Online. Rockstar launched GTA Plus in March 2022, a monthly subscription service offering exclusive in-game bonuses, free content, and bonus currency to subscribers. In GTA 6, GTA Plus is expected to be the primary revenue driver, with shark cards potentially becoming a secondary option. The shift from transaction revenue to subscription revenue is enormously significant for Take-Two's financials. A subscriber who pays monthly generates predictable, recurring revenue regardless of whether they make any individual in-game purchase. That predictability is worth a higher valuation multiple than one-time transaction income. Advantage 3. The acquisition of CFX.re, the company behind 5M, the largest GTA 5 roleplay platform. Rockstar acquired CFX.re in 2023. 5M hosts thousands of custom roleplay servers, where players spend hundreds of hours in player-created versions of GTA. Integrating this community into GTA 6 Online, which is widely speculated, could expand the game's ecosystem beyond anything a traditional online mode achieves. Bank of America's $368 price target for Take-Two, the most bullish on Wall Street, is built almost entirely on this online monetization thesis, not on launch week box sales, on what GTA 6 Online can generate across a decade. If it performs comparably to GTA 5 Online over 10 years, the enterprise value attributable to that revenue stream alone, on a discounted basis, sits between $10 and $15 billion. Against Take-Two's current market cap of approximately $43 to $45 billion, that single business unit could represent a third of the entire company's value. Here are 3 specific financial principles the GTA Online model demonstrates that apply directly to building personal wealth. Principle 1. Recurring revenue compounds in ways one-time revenue never can. GTA 5's launch week generated $1 billion. Remarkable, but that billion was a one-time event. GTA Online's subscription and microtransaction model generated that same amount in a single year, 8 years after the game launched, and it has done so repeatedly. The compounding effect of a recurring revenue base is the entire reason Take-Two's valuation discussion centers on online monetization, not box sales. In personal finance terms, this is the dividend investor's edge. A dividend-paying portfolio does not generate a one-time payment. It generates quarterly income that can be reinvested, grown, and compounded across decades. The GTA Online model and the dividend reinvestment model are structurally the same idea, just at radically different scales. Principle 2. Free entry creates more long-term value than a higher upfront price. GTA Online was included free with GTA 5. Rockstar did not charge separately for a mode that eventually generated $5 billion. The free entry eliminated the barrier that would have limited the player pool, and the larger player pool created the network effect that made the online world valuable enough to spend money inside. The financial parallel. Index funds with 0 minimums and 0 fees, like those offered by Fidelity and Schwab, attract a larger investor base than funds with high minimums and expensive entry points. The fee-free model generates more long-term compounding capital than a high-entry model would, even if the early revenue looks lower. Principle 3. The real value of any asset is not its first-year revenue. It is its 10th year revenue. Nobody in 2013 modeled GTA Online generating close to $1 billion in 2021. The long-term value was entirely invisible in the launch year numbers. The investors who built positions in Take-Two based on GTA Online's long-term potential, rather than trading the launch week pop, captured most of the value that the short-term traders missed. GTA 5 made $1 billion in 3 days. GTA Online made $5 billion over 13 years. One was a launch event. The other was a business. Understanding the difference between a one-time event and a compounding machine, in gaming, in investing, in any financial decision, is what separates people who capture short-term gains from people who build real, long-term wealth.
Here is what the data actually shows. GTA Online has generated over $5 billion in cumulative revenue since 2013. With GTA 5 Online still earning an estimated $800 million to $1 billion annually in 2026, 13 years after launch. Fiscal year 2021 alone brought in $985 million from microtransactions. Take-Two's recurrent consumer spending accounted for 78.1% of total net revenue in fiscal year 2023. GTA 6 Online launches into a larger console base, with a subscription layer through GTA Plus, a role-play community through the CFX.RE acquisition, and a player pool that has been waiting 13 years for this game. Bank of America's $368 price target is built on the online ecosystem thesis, not on launch week box sales. 3 financial principles. Recurring revenue compounds in ways one-time revenue never can. Free entry creates more long-term value than a high upfront price. And the real value of any asset is its 10th year revenue, not its first. GTA 5 made $1 billion in 3 days. GTA Online made $5 billion over 13 years. The game was the launch.
The online world was the business. If this video changed how you think about recurring revenue and long-term value, hit that subscribe button. Every week on First Million Club, we extract exactly these kinds of financial lessons from the biggest stories in the world, so the principles that build real wealth stop feeling abstract and start feeling obvious.